Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Selling Past Your Expiration Date. Being thrifty over 50. I'm Jay.
I'm Peg, and I'm so sad.
I didn't think you wanted to talk about it. Good
Oh,
Lord.
I will talk about it because we still look better. Not good enough, apparently, since the Browns lost. Only by 4 points. But, you know, when you have turnovers like they did during that game, Jay, you can't have turnovers to Kansas City. You just can't.
No,
you got to fumble.
It's like the Thursday night game. You can't leave Tom Brady with 90 seconds.
Right. Exactly.
He only needs about 12.
Yeah, So that was too bad. But, we look better. So we definitely, there's lots of improvements, and hopefully they'll, be more as we go along. Ohio State lost. That was a bummer. They got a freshman quarterback. He needs more experience, so I can see where that's going to take a while. But the good news is Chardon High School won again Friday night. We are now 4-0, and we have now won 16 straight, continuing on from last year. Because last year, they went 12-0, and this year 4-0 so far. So at least my hometown team is doing good. And today is Grandparents' Day. Did you know that?
I did not, because I don't have any. So.
Right. So my granddaughters were over for a while today, so that was fun, and I enjoyed being with them. And what else am I going to tell you? What else is going on here? Let's talk about Mom's internet. For those of you who probably know, I probably everybody, I have the worst internet service in the world.
The world.
Yes. This past week and a half, my internet was out for 10 or 11 days. I've even lost track. I called the company every day, ranting and raving. I mean, I was a maniac. I can't tell you. Every day. Finally, it comes back on after about the 6th or 7th day. And they say it's on, but I still can't get connection. So they have the technician come out, and he says, I'm not sure what's going on here, but we're going to give you a new modem. I said, okay, great. But and then they said, you probably need a new router. And I said, yeah, I've done that before. I said, I spent a lot of money on a new router. But he came out twice in one day on Labor Day. Now, mind you, that even shocked me that, we had someone come. He told me, he says, the modem and the router were not syncing. So, okay, let's go buy a new router for $324. So Mom buys a new router, get that, and it still doesn't work. And then I call them again, and the technician comes out again. He says, there really isn't any more I can do because you do have internet. The internet is here, but the router and the modem aren't syncing. So after that was 2 hours on the phone with them. Then another 2 hours on the phone, I call Orbi, because that's the router that I have. And he got me hooked up and rolling after 2 hours. So I have a new router. I have a new modem. Let's see if I stay clear.
That's the second she cut out. I should have done this. Mom? That's what I should have done, damn it. I wasn't ready. Ready.
Yeah, it's been a trying week for Mom. And
okay, everyone always has
what?
Try this, try that. My mom lives in the woods. There is no service. No. When she doesn't have internet, she cannot FaceTime me. No. There is no service. No. So I appreciate you guys all having suggestions. None of them work. No. She lives in the woods.
Oh, yeah. And besides
that, if you've ever seen Friday the 13th movie, that's the kind of woods she lives in.
Yeah. And I even went to Verizon and bought this jetpack, the hotspot thing, so that I could at least get my eBay stuff, run off in that I was selling. So that was another $80. So you guys, you have no idea. And I called all
living in the country. That's what
you did. I called Verizon. I called AT&T. I called them all. We don't service your area, but Verizon says they're coming soon. I said, yeah, I've heard that before.
Right, Maurice's just jinxed it. She says, you look good, Peggy. And that it's like you don't say Candyman 5 times in a mirror. You just jinxed it.
It always starts out good, but for some reason, as everything goes along.
By the end, it's a robot, fuzzy robot.
Yes. Yeah. And before we get into tonight's topic, I do want to give a shout out to Elisa with her post about the Peggy mug and the 25 cents. And poor Lisa. I'm sorry, Lisa, you had to answer people so many times you didn't know what the hell we were talking about.
How can people be in my group
I know.
for 3 years and have no clue who Peggy is? Talk about not paying attention ever in the history of paying attention. Who's Peggy? What's his quarter? I mean,
what?
What?
Okay, there we go. Yeah, but it was a fun post. I mean, the remarks and everything were so much fun. So I appreciate that, Elisa. Thank you.
The annoyance of the people are like, who's Peggy? Pissed off Stacy so much. Stacy goes, can I comment? I go, have at it.
Thank you, Stacy. Appreciate it, honey.
I mean, Stacy never comments on things in the thrifting board, but she was like, no, I got to say something.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was funny. I mean, it amazes me, and Jason and I have talked about this a number of times, the number of people that are in the thrifting board that don't watch any of the shows.
I don't get it. Free shows every week with help for all sellers.
There's so much here to learn, and boy, have we learned. I just got a nice
look. Ben and Rebecca have been in on Facebook for 1 month. They've been on Facebook for 1 month, and they know who you are.
Yeah, see, so it just, yeah. And I got a nice little note from a gal named Katie. I don't think I saw Katie's. She sent me a private message, and I just answered her, and I think she's watching the show right now. And she found the most awesome gravel art picture, you guys. It's a chariot with the horses and the guy, like from Ben-Hur. It is gorgeous. And so I was helping her out a little bit with that. And good luck, Katie, because you got a beauty there. I've never seen that at all, Jason. Have you a chariot with
no. I saw a couple. Where was I? Oh, I was at the Charleston Antique Mall on Friday. I saw a couple big ones. Becky Joyce is hilarious. Peggy.
I love it. I love it.
See, Mom's getting a little staccato. Thanks, Marisa. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Already? Jeez. We're hardly into the show, for gosh sakes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was hoping that because we were later tonight, I thought maybe it might work better.
Before we get into the fall seller update and talk about it, those of you who have read it, isn't it the most non-exciting seller update ever? Like, there's really, when I was doing my notes, my wife was, we were driving, and she was driving, I was working on my notes, and I said, all done, and she goes, all done. It was only like 20 minutes. I go, there really isn't anything I mean, there's a couple changes, but there is nothing major. And I say this every year, and then every year people find something to complain about, but I can't find anything to complain about because there's not much here. It really isn't. It's such a minuscule update. It's like they got to have an update to have an update.
I guess, because, as I went through it, I mean, it's already stuff we kind of talked about, in a way, not all, but, but some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we knew most of this was coming.
Yeah.
Okay. I would still recommend reading the updates, even though we are going to tell you, I would still recommend reading them.
Yeah. It's kind of lengthy. I mean, you don't need to do the eBay user agreement, I don't think.
Who's Stacy? Just kidding. And thank you for spelling it right. You'd be amazed how many people will reply to a post my wife's on and spell her name wrong. Come on. It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's been out there for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's not much. Pam's right. There's not much. All right. So let's all right. So Mom took notes and then didn't read half of it for some reason. I don't know. I mean, as we're going live, Mom goes, where was this part? And I showed her. She goes, I didn't read that.
I didn't get that far, I guess.
All right. So the first part is listing and promotions. So we'll start with Mom. Thoughts, notes, questions?
Yeah. I mean, basically my thoughts were, supposedly starting October 12th, we're going to have these new categories, and some of your categories could be affected by this, and eBay will automatically change them over, into the relevant categories. So that could happen. So if you all of a sudden you see your category change, that's why, in regards to that. So, the categories, that they're showing there, Jason, is the soon to be replaced ones. I mean, I have some of those. Do you think we should go in and make those kind of changes and make those our categories? You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
No.
I mean, this is eBay's categories. And so what's going to happen is they're going to be new item specifics, a little bit of category changes. And so like we've talked about in the past, of course, I don't have these in the right order. Okay. Right here where it says add recommended specifics, where mine says 8,098. If I had any that were required, they'd be right here. So when this change starts to happen in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure we'll all have one or two things at the minimum that will be affected by that change. And so the recommended item specifics are somewhat important, but the required are super important, because if you don't do required, you won't be seen. Now, I did see someone asking about the blue dot. The blue dot's kind of a thing of the past already, which is crazy. But although it is nice to have the blue dot, don't lose your mind over getting it, because they really broke it down over the last year into required for sure's and recommendeds. And so the requireds are what you really got to focus on. And then if you got time to fix 8,098 listings, then go crazy.
Yeah. Mom only has 102 or something. So mine isn't awful. But will the blue dot still be there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, if you get into all those. Now, for those who don't know, I use a foreign I use a service called Web Interpret that puts my listings, they duplicates them onto 9 foreign websites. So most of my listings look like I have 10 of one thing. But what happens is if it sells on ebay.com, it gets expunged from the other 9. If it sells on ebay.ca, which is Canada, it gets expunged from the other 9. So it looks like I have 10,000 listings when I only have about 1,200. And so all those item specifics are on all the foreign ones. And so I'll never get to them. You know, it just ain't that important to me.
Okay.
But required for sure. So,
okay. So that we must do.
yeah. Becky's all excited about having to deal with all these jewelry changes.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you how many listings of mine that'll affect. 0 right this moment.
Yeah. Wow, Beck, that's true. I never thought about that.
Yep.
But, yeah, not so good. Not so good. Let's see. What else do I have here?
So they have tools to help you find and update missing name specifics. It'll tell you right where I showed you. So most of us aren't big sellers. And what I mean by that, like I had a friend who had 200,000 car parts. That's a big seller. So he would definitely have to use the tools to fix all those. I'm going to guess most watching right now, a couple of you are going to have more than me, and I'm at 1,200. And then I would say most of you are probably in the 200 to 400 range. So that's something that you can just manage at a night when you're watching America's Got Talent and just fixing the new ones. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's really a big deal when you're a huge, big business seller.
Got it. I have a question on the pricing fees. It says changing the category structure is affected categories might result in pricing fees. We need to
because different categories have different end fees.
Okay.
And so depending on what the categories, because Dawn just said, if you sell in pottery and glass, you might have to manually switch your categories after the change because everything is automatically going to bowls, plates, and vases. Now, what I've always said from day one on these are small changes. These aren't huge changes. This isn't like we're reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
What I tend to do is keep on trucking forward because let's say the date is October 1st, everything changes. So October 2nd, you're going to list something in one of those categories. Well, it's automatically going to put you in the right category now. And so you just keep on trucking. Yeah. Becky's going to have to go back because Becky, all she sells is jewelry. If it was all records, I would definitely have to backpedal and work on it. But if you only have a couple pieces of pottery or a couple pieces of jewelry, you can fix those, but don't sweat it. Don't be like, I have to get it done by October 2nd. Don't get so worried that you're like, oh my gosh, I got to get all this done. It's never that bad. But you should get around to it. And a lot of changes are things you can do while you're watching TV with the family.
Okay, I like it.
All right, what else you got?
Well, let's see. What else did I have questions on?
Anything else about the category? I mean, it's not a big look. They change categories all the time, so this isn't new, and this isn't the end of it. It's just it's happening. That's it.
It says in the week following October 12th, release of new item specifics, you may see changes in the structures and item specific names in the categories listed above. Will automatically.
Yeah, so I think there's new item specifics coming that we haven't even seen yet. So,
okay. All right.
Marisa wants to know when the download upload feature would be useful. Again, if you had 100,000 car parts, that's when it'd be helpful. But most of us on here, we can see what needs to be changed rather quick. I would think Becky is going to be the one most affected that might be using the download upload. Yeah. But I think most of us, unless we have a big dish seller on here, most of us can knock it out in a day or two of just seeing what needs to be changed.
Okay. Let's see. Moving down in that category, Jason, I had sending the coded coupons to buyer groups, but would you do that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So if you haven't used coupons yet, do it. I've sent them out with every package. I've yet to have anyone use any, but I'm going to keep trying this experiment all the way into the holidays because I'm hoping to, get people back.
Yeah.
If no one ever uses the coupon I sent them in their package, and maybe I got to get a stamp that says use this coupon for next time. But I did try the coupons that are on the listing. So people wander into the listing. It says type in this code for 8% off, and that did get used quite a bit. So the coupons on the listings got used.
Okay.
The ones I've mailed out, none have been used yet, but we'll see. And what I'll probably do is going into October, I was making them a 1 month expiration, but I want people to come back for Christmas. So I'll probably make it to like December 31st now.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's a very good idea. Extend that. Right. Okay.
Yeah. And percentage off. And what I do is because I'll be running sales like 10% off or 12% off or 15% off. So when I do my coupons, I do an odd number. So it's easier to kind of see what people are using. Yeah. I've never done an 11% off on eBay, but I'll send out 11% off coupon.
Okay. Okay.
Or 13% off.
Yeah, that's a good way to track.
So what's happening in October is it's targeted. And so with the first one is sending a coupon to your previous buyers to encourage repeat business. That is awesome. Hey, so-and-so, thanks so much for buying from Tiki Pug Music. Here's a coupon to come back and buy again. So, it's taken a long time for eBay to make it easy to see our return customers.
Right.
And now we're going to be able to see them with our coupons. So that is badass.
I like. So mom about to get on and start to do that. I tell you, my sales have picked up dramatically the last ever since my Wi-Fi's been back on.
Well, I'll do it. I'll say my sales this weekend have been quantity has been slow, but dollar average on items has been huge.
Good.
So
yeah,
okay when it's slow and you're selling $100 CD, $200 jacket, $100 tiki mug. And I'm like, all right, not a bad weekend.
Oh no. Dad and I went down to Amish country, down to the Sugar Creek this past week on Thursday and Friday, and found some goodies down there in the Amish country again. And it's just amazing. You just never know what you're going to see. So we had a good time.
All right, Liz wants to know if it's better to do a dollar amount off or a percentage. I've always done percentages because when the dollar amounts, then you got to pay attention to which ones you're putting them on. So if I got a bunch of $10 items, I'm not going to put a $5 coupon on that. If I had all $100 items, I would put a $5 coupon. Yeah. So with a percentage, it's based on, percentage of that item. And Marisa says, can you send coupons to customers who purchase in a certain category? I'm going to guess so, because if you look, launching in a few months, send coded coupons to eligible buyers who express interest in the type of inventory you sell. Becky's got the jewelry category cornered. I've got vinyl, CDs, and tiki mugs. And so I'll be able to send those to the people who are like, all right, having a little bit of a tiki sale right now, because I sell a ton of mugs, but I've always got a few mugs that take forever to sell. And so I want to encourage my mug customers to come buy some of those.
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then if you've made a name for yourself, you're going to be able to send coupons to your followers on eBay. So if you're brand new, you're not going to have too many followers. But if you've been selling for a long time, or if you happen to host a YouTube show, you're going to get a lot more followers.
Got it.
Because when you're on YouTube, people love to look at your store, and then they love to let you know when you've misspelled words or done things wrong. And, Okay, now with all these updates, we tell you what we've read and what's going to happen, but until we can touch it and use it. Right. So once the coupon thing rolls out, we'll absolutely do a show on it step by step. We don't have it just yet. Right. And then as we get into the pay-per-clicks in a second here, we don't have that just yet. It's coming. So it's one of those things where Mom and I have to try them, see how they work, and then we will share with everybody how to do it. And
because as I was reading this all too, Jason, I was the same, just what you said, honey. I said, oh, well, these will be good shows, because once things get, going and we can do them and experience them, then, we can share.
Oh, yeah. We got like 5 shows coming up out of this.
Yes, absolutely.
And here's an example of when you send out these directed coupons. It's yours. Here's an extra 5% off. Please enjoy a coupon from our store for shopping. And what's nice is, they show your feedback right here. And so, although 100%, if you don't have 100%, it's not a deal breaker. But when you do, it's nice that they're putting that front and center. Yeah. Hey, this seller's got 100%. And then here's what's going to look like. Your previous buyers, you can target last 2 years, last year, last 6 months, and it'll show you how many buyers bought from you in the past 2 years. And then you can do by category. You can narrow it down to specific categories. And then you'll be able to play around with it. So once we can play around with it, then we'll play around with it, and we'll be like, here's how we do it.
That'll be good.
Okay, and this is where Mom stopped reading for some unknown reason.
I don't know why I didn't. I don't know.
Keep scrolling. Okay, This is the only complicated thing that I'm going to talk about for a second, but until we touch it, the other things is easy. It's really easy to understand that we're going to be able to send coupons to former customers. That's easy to understand. That concept is easy. This pay per click is going to be a little trickier to understand, and this is the one part where I think people are going to be like, my brain hurts. All right. So if you've done promoted listings in the past or currently, and if you haven't, you should definitely try it. You say, all right, kick it up a percentage by 4%. So if it sells based on what you paid, eBay gets an extra 4%. If you sell more, so a lot of people say, I don't want to pay eBay any more money. That's fine. No biggie. But if you use these tools and say you give eBay an extra $50 this month, but because of that $50, you get an extra 300 in sales. Well, that $50 was worth it.
Right.
Because your listing's already there and done. It's not like you're having to work on other listings. You're promoting and pushing, but you can promote all your listings or you can promote part of your listings. I'm going to explain why you shouldn't just promote all of them in a second. But the way the pay-per-click is going to be is you're going to set a budget every day. And you're going to say, hey, eBay, based on using these keywords in my listings, I'm going to give you $20 today. Keep my shit at the top. That's what you're going to say, basically. That's kind of what it boils down to. It's a way more complicated than that. But again, till we touch it, it can be a little trickier to explain it. But you're basically, it's like if you worked at a company. Your ad budget is 50 grand this year. Okay. So I'm going to take part of that 50 grand and I'm going to put it in things that are happening on the daily radio. And then some of that budget is going to be things that are going to be happening kind of just passive, like a billboard. People might see it, they might not, So same way, you're going to tell eBay, let's go to town on these categories. And I would recommend the stuff that you have way too much of. I have 6,000 videotapes or your high end things that and or things that you have huge competition. So, for instance, this is not the most common mug, but common enough. There are 17 currently right now on eBay. And when you have competition on the exact same item, this is where paying a little extra would come in handy because it would push yours out. So when your items are promoted, they show up twice in the list. They show up as their regular version of the unpromoted and promoted. If a person buys off your regular one, you don't pay any extra fees. If they buy off the promoted, you pay extra fees. So you're kind of doubling your chances when there's 16 other people selling it. Mine will show up twice now. Now, of these 3 pictures, which one's mine, Mom?
The center.
Look at this isn't a topic about pictures, but look at this right here. Just look at this. Yeah. Which one attracts your eye?
Yeah. What is that?
These listings are all the same thing.
What's that tiny little thing on the right?
They stood so far back.
Yeah. Good Lord. I mean,
it comes in a box. That should not be your first photo. Now,
can you believe
if you have something sealed in a box, that's a different thing. Every tiki mug comes in a cardboard box that isn't sealed nowadays. So for that to be your opening shot.
Boring. You don't even know what you got.
Now, I don't need to promote this mug because it's super duper rare and there's only one on eBay, mine. So I don't need to promote that mug. So if you want to take the time when you're doing your promotions, you can get very specific. It's very easy to say, 3% to everything. But that 3% on this, if someone buys it through the promoted ad, it is free money to eBay and wasted to me because I'm the only one that has this mug. So if someone wants it, I'm the only game in town.
Got it.
And I should get about $800 for that mug.
Good.
By the way,
That'd be nice.
And then what they go on to talk about the promoted listings advanced. If your customer comes onto your listing from your promoted listing or the one you paid the daily for, and they don't buy right away, and then they come back later through the regular, you won't pay the fee. Or if your fee changes between the time they click and the time that they buy, they'll pay the change. Now, that might be good, might be bad. It kind of depends. But this is one of those things where it is a tool that you should be using, especially if you're in a busy category with a lot of people. It's just part of business. People like, I don't want to give no more money to eBay. Look, when you own a brick and mortar store,
yeah, right,
you have to have radio ads. If you're a record store, you're going to have ads in the weekly magazine that goes out about music and stuff around town. Yep. You might have a small billboard somewhere. So that's no different than what we're doing. We get to do it sitting in our underwear, but it's the same thing. You're paying for advertising. And so you got to think, okay, let me set my ad budget for the year and let me try it. Don't say I'm not doing it before you try it. I would always try it, because what if your sales increase so much that $50 you spent doesn't really matter anymore?
Mom had a brick and mortar way back when I had my off-Broadway tanning and toning salon and ladies boutique. And I spent a lot of money on advertising, a lot. That was my only way to get my name out.
I think that went away, but I don't know for sure. Supersonic. And what did Becky share that all right, so questions. When promoted listings, what happens when a customer buys one each from promoted and the regular? The fees will be dependent. So if they buy from promoted, it'll be plus the promotion. If they buy from the regular, it'll be just the regular. So it just depends on where they buy from. All right, there. Becky's awesome. The promoted listings, I sold 85 items in the last 31 days with sales of $5,791, and it cost me $237. Well worth it. I'm still trying to figure out how much per click for this new way. Yeah, that's going to be something where if you have the gumption to do it and the understanding, jump in. But if you want to wait, I'll jump in. I'll definitely jump in and be the guinea pig and figure out the categories and how much you should put up there. Because here's the only thing I'm kind of miffed at. This is a hell of a thing to add going into Q4.
True.
It could be good for those of us who can figure it out.
Yeah.
But for those who can't figure out, that's a bummer, because it's such a big thing to add on when you're trying to deal with getting ready for Q4.
Right.
So of all the bummers, I think that's the one. There. And Becky, like I said, I don't need to promote the one and only mug that I'm the only one that has. Becky's very specific about how she does her promotions, and that's how you should do it. Now, if you've never done a promoted listings, tonight I would set up a campaign, say 2 or 3% of your whole store, because it'll be easy. Just go do it and see if you get more sales than you did last week.
Yeah, Mom should try that, because I haven't done that.
Okay, so that's all that stuff, the listing and promoting. The running your business.
Yeah, I didn't, the one thing I made a question on, not a question, just a note on the modern stores experience. It says, with simplified designs and an upcoming dedicated stores tab in Seller Hub. So that will be new, correct?
Yeah. So when you go to edit your store right now, it is still the graphics and the look and the flow of 2010 eBay. It is so old school looking. So they're modernizing it, and they finally just made sure that they're getting eBay desktop, eBay mobile, and eBay they call it two different things, phone, looking the same. So no matter where you're at as a customer, it all looks the same, because up until this year, it didn't.
Yeah, okay.
And so you go to the phone, you go to desktop, it's like, what's going on here? But I was looking at people's stores today. They're starting to get switched over. They're so nice, and the flow is beautiful. And we've done a store thing, how to make your store pretty with a header and everything.
Right.
We'll do it again, even though the functionality and the flow won't have changed, it'll look better and cleaner. So we'll do it again as soon as we all start to get how to clean up your store. Right. But I was looking at a couple people's stores in the thrifting board today, because when you look at your own, it knows you're looking at your own. So it's a little bit different. So I was looking at other people's stores, and they look very nice. People who had nice banners, had a nice avatar.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I haven't updated mine. I got to do that. My mom's behind on that too. I've got to do that.
Do you have any more notes about editing the store?
I don't think so. Let's see. Oh, wait, what did I circle?
And the big thing that we already knew from eBay Open Virtual is the new thing in your store is right now you can have 4 featured items, and then now there's going to be 6 rows of featured.
Yeah,
so you can call it just regular featured. You can call it tiki mugs you need, music you want to listen to. So you're going to be able to have these 24 spotlighted items, and you should use them for your expensive things, the things that are timely, like, okay, I got Halloween costumes, let's get them up here.
Right.
The quirky things, the fun things.
Yeah, for those of you in the chat that may not have a store yet, it's almost impossible not to have a store today because they've lowered the fees, and the numbers, right, Jason? Didn't they lower the numbers on, how many,
Yeah, well, they increase how many things we could have listed per level.
Right. So, if you're in the chat and you don't have a store yet and you've got any questions about it, let us know. Because today, almost everybody should probably have a store, All
right. The increased traffic for having a store can translate to more sales. Buyers who visited a seller's store were on average 50% more likely to buy from that seller again within 90 days.
Yeah.
Buyers who visit stores spend more too, on average at least 30% more than those who don't visit stores. Right. And then this is all the data that they got from someone tracking all that stuff. Yeah. So you definitely want a store, and because now it's going to be nice and clean and tidy.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah. Okay.
What other notes do you have for in here, Ma?
Not too much, really. More visibility for your store when you upload your custom branding. We'll display your store link and logo on your listings. Okay, your store is more likely to be featured if you complete all of the information. Add logos and banners and names. Yep.
And so, like I said, as soon as we all or majority of us have that new cleaner look, the second it rolls out, we will definitely redo the show on how to pretty up your store.
That was wait. Oh, no. That was in on stores, I think. Yeah, that's all I had in stores, I think.
All right. So if you have people who work for you, there's a little bit of updates to multi-user accounts. Luckily, I've had always a good team, and mine just work on my stuff. I don't have them sign in under theirs or anything. It's not the safest, but, I've been lucky, knock on wood. I never had any issues. And so, when a teammate leaves from here, we do change the passwords, obviously. Yeah. But they've given those of you who use this the ability for your people who are working for you to have more options to work on things like returns and stuff like that. So, and then the last thing we'll talk about is the new research and performance in
Terapeak.
Yep. Because I think it's mostly here already. It's like they say it's coming out, but I think I have everything they talked about. So one of the things is Terapeak sourcing insights, and I think we'll have to do a show on this and talk about it.
Okay.
Because they're showing the top category. So if you're like, what should I go source? Okay, here's what's hot: action figures, athletic shoes, books, cell phones, comics, graphic novels. And they're giving you, they're telling you there's a good opportunity, but also saved categories, which are categories I tend to list in. They're telling me specifics about those too. And so we'll talk about the sell-through rate, the ratio, stuff like that. So that's definitely something we'll do down the road a little bit more in detail, because
I got that marked
some
down.
people love data and nerdiness and spreadsheets and getting into it. And some people are like, I just want a list, but you should definitely read the sourcing insights, because it definitely could help you, especially if you're, struggling to figure out, more things to list and sell. This could definitely be a way to help you out.
Yeah, that would be a good show for sure.
Yeah, but when you look up something too, one of the things they said was new, but I already have it. So let's say
let's see, what did I have there?
Undertow Tiki Mug.
Search box data and date range options make it easier for you to look for the research you need.
All right, so then you can look at all these different filters about average sold prices, the total sold over the last, what is this, year, give or take. So if you want to get nerdy, get nerdy. There you go. You can get nerdy, but we'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll definitely. What we'll do is we'll do the post for the show coming up. a week in advance, and then say, okay, what's your favorite category? And then we'll do some examples out of those, like those categories that those of you said, if 12 of you say jewelry, then we'll definitely work in jewelry. If 10 of you say CDs, we'll definitely work in CDs, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Oh, thanks, Steve. Hit that like button. It doesn't cost a thing. Well, everybody on eBay, Donna, has access to Terapeak. So if you're on eBay, you have access to Terapeak. Because what's a buyer and a seller? Nothing. Same person.
Yeah.
Anybody who's a buyer could be a seller tomorrow just by listing their first item. So that is for everybody. And then the last thing was the changes to the user agreement. I've never read it once. What am I going to do?
Your mom,
I still here or I don't.
I scanned it and I said, yeah, okay, I'm here. Yeah, what else am I going to do?
Now, if someone wants to read all this and then report back, you want to give us a quick 2-minute dissertation, I'm all for it, but I'm just like, and I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, you're selling on eBay. What else are you going to do? You can't change it if you're, unless you're going to leave.
Lisa, what size phone you have? Because all you do is just pinch it bigger. I use Terapeak in the store all the time. All the time.
Yeah, give that a try. Try to expand. Yep.
All right. So there it is. There ain't nothing big, this one. There's just
nothing to make everybody go to it in a tizzy. You know what I mean?
No. Other than the pay-per-click is going to be a little tricky. And just do it at this time of the year when you're trying to get ready is going to be a little bit much. But all right. I've had other, worse things.
Right.
Okay, so for a long time, Stacy and I have been teasing a big new thing for us. This picture has something to do with it. I won't say anything more on that because I'll be able to tell you actually finally soon, in a couple weeks. Thank God. And then I'll be able to explain the nightmares and the headaches that my wife and I went through in the past 8 months, 6 months, something like that. So
it's been a while. Yep.
So soon. So those of you still asking, we can actually tell you by the end of September. Yay.
Yay.
So what size phone do you have, Lisa? A T-Rex hand size phone. Okay, what is that? Give me okay, funny girl. What kind of phone do you have? Give me an exact phone. But this picture, here's your teaser. This picture has something to do with it. There you go. Okay. So Stacy and I are taking our first driving trip since we were dating.
Wow.
And that's coming up next Thursday. Now we've driven to places like LA and San Diego and San Francisco. I don't call that a driving trip. We're driving from here to Reno to Boise to Butte to Great Falls to Yellowstone to Grand Teton to Park City to home.
Nice.
That's a driving trip. Because there's a tiki bar in Great Falls, Montana that has mermaids. And so
all that way to go see mermaids, huh?
Yeah. Seeing the beauty of Montana and Wyoming is just the secondary part of it. The first part was to see mermaids behind a tiki bar.
Yes, that's some beautiful country out there.
Due to that, we've missed a couple shows, and next week I wanted to get a Thrifty Business in, so it is on Wednesday night. So please mark your calendar right now. And this is brand new. I'm so glad Jess has already done this. Brand new. How to use Mercari local pickup. So Mercari really wants to be a big player in this game of reselling, or online selling, and they're like, hey, what if we did a local pickup thing? And it's pretty awesome. And Jess used it. And, it's one of those things where it's all automated. You really don't got to do much other than hand your item to somebody and they take it to the other person in your town. So,
okay, that'll be good.
Oh yeah. There'll be pictures. So, if we aren't friends on Facebook, definitely you can follow anybody on Facebook. Please feel free to follow me. I will be popping, some of the sourcing pictures in the thrifting board in the Secret Beach. But some of the nature stuff and the fun tiki bar stuff will definitely be on my Facebook page. So come on over, Jason T. Smith. And if you're a viewer of the show, if you're in the thrifting board and you want to friend me, I am happy to accept. What's the capital of Montana? It's Helena, but for us, it's going to be Great Falls because there's mermaids. All right. So tune in Wednesday night, normal time, 8 o'clock East Coast, 5 o'clock West Coast. Mercari local pickup. You should be selling Mercari. I've sold $1,500 worth this summer, and that's going to be my spending cash for our trip. And it's a great website to sell on. Mom, you need to be listing more.
I know. I haven't done it, and I need to do that. So,
all right, because of mermaids and such, we will not have a show next week or the week after, but then we'll be back. So
2 weeks shows, correct?
Yep. But I do have a video, at least one, maybe two, I'll be dropping when the shows usually are happening, because I sold the CD, as I showed you on 30 Business, but there was a major problem with it, but I fixed the problem. So I'm going to explain to you when you sell something that isn't right. Here's a little teaser that says the click. That surely doesn't say the click. All right. So you got to fix that. So I show you how to fix that. So everything is covered. You have no problems on your account. Your customer don't even know. Your customer's happy. Everybody's happy. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, I've been to the mermaids in Weeki Wachee, but you expect mermaids in Florida. You do not expect mermaids in Montana. Too fun. All right.
Okay.
Every week. Oh, I forgot the graphics.
That's all right.
Every week we do cute and or funny and or embarrassing photos of us in our youth, and we call it Mama's Boy and That's My Mama. So this week on That's My Mama.
Yeah, this is me with my dad. And we're actually in Waseca, Minnesota in this picture, Jace, visiting my great-grandmother, Apple's mom. We took a lot of trips to there when we were little, and I'm about 2.5 there. You can see I've got my white high-top shoes on. And my dad with his suspenders, I just thought that was cool. And if you'll notice where the men used to wear their pants, Jace.
Oh, yeah.
Back up on our waist where we thought that's where you're supposed to wear your pants.
So real quick, Jerry says a little cold in the winter there. So our trip is going to start in the hundreds. And by the second to last day, it's going to be 25 degrees.
Woo!
So we have to pack tank tops to mittens.
Yeah, for sure, honey. For sure.
All right. Stace, are you still here? All right. So I saw this photo and I thought you all would love the blonde hair.
Oh, yeah.
The little baby goatee. I think I had an earring or two in. But this is Stacy's cousin Neil. The night before this picture, this is Stacy's grandparents' anniversary party. I think it was their 70th.
Wow.
And the night before, we had a party at our house. And Stacy's cousin found the margarita mix in the plastic jug, but did not read that there was already tequila in it. And because he couldn't find tequila in our house, he made margaritas with vodka, but there was already tequila in it.
Oh, God.
And so you really can't taste the vodka. And I probably had like 5, 6, 7, 8 margaritas. And I woke up the next morning just like,
whoa,
what in the hell? And so we're standing at this party because we get all dressed up, as you can see. And this is the moment we discovered what happened last night. I'm hungover and he's laughing his ass off.
Those were the days, folks.
Yep. Did you travel by car or train in Minnesota, Ma?
Train. We went by train, Kevin. Yep. I remember riding the train many times when I was little. Yes.
Yep. I was hungover bad in this picture. Oh yeah, it was a horrendous day, but made for a good photo and a good story that we've shared many times in the last 20 years. So.
Oh, for sure.
Remember that time you tried to kill me with tequila and vodka together?
All right, so I think
what did you sell this week, Ma?
It was a good week. As I said, we're in Amish country and it's going ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And I'm going, oh my God. All right, so the first thing, as you can see, remember I showed this on one of my hauls back maybe about a month or so ago. This is WMG ceramic lighthouse, everybody. They're measuring cups. It comes apart. Each piece is a different size measuring cup. And it was all in a bundle. So I'm estimating this one cost me around $2. And I took a best offer of 20 on that. Cute piece. I thought it was different.
Very nice.
Yes. All right. Remember, I showed these on a haul. I had a lot of offers on this. These are the Boston Warehouse Lobster Butter Warmers. They are marked on the bottom with that. And I bought the pair for $2 and I finally sold them for full price of $24.95. So I just held out, Jace, because I just, I was getting $10 offers, $12 offers. And I said, no. All of a sudden, boom, sold it for full price.
Nice.
Sometimes you just got to wait. And sometimes I get too anxious, as my son has told me a number of times. Hey, look, I sold some tiki mugs. they're more common, Jason. I'm surprised. I only paid. These I found at one of our thrift stores for $1 a piece, and I sold them for $30. So I was real pleased with that. I thought that was decent.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing all that excited about it.
No, I know.
Wait, did you have the right name? I didn't even notice.
What did I have in there?
No. Oh, time for a teaching moment, everybody.
What was it? Was it
Mom didn't call the mug by its name. It's called X eyes.
Oh.
See the X going across the eyes?
Yeah.
This mug is called X eyes.
X eyes. Well, I might have gotten my.
Now that wasn't the name the company gave it, but over the years, the collectors have given it that name. So if you're a collector, you know this mug as X eyes.
X eyes. Oh, Mommy will remember that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I didn't realize that I hadn't noticed that at the first.
Yep. All right, gang. I talk about M.A. Hadley products a lot on our show. I picked up this casserole bowl, and I did pay $5 for the casserole bowl. Hadley's always marked. The name's always on there. And I did sell it for the full asking price, Jason, of $74.99. So I was real
nice.
Yeah, with that sale. That was a good one. Really.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Don't pass up your Hadley, gang. I've always said that. If it's reasonable enough, pick it up. This was just a nice Hilo Hattie Moo that I spent $3 on, Jace, and took a best offer on that of $29. It's funny because I always like to go for the real colorful things when I shop, but there are those people who just want the basic colors. So don't pass those up, like the navy and whites and the red and whites. People sometimes just don't want all that color like we do.
As a heads up, you had no space between size and 12. So.
Oh, yes. I see.
So
that.
size 12 is one word. And
if
someone was looking for a 12, yours wouldn't come up.
Yep.
But if you have it in the item specifics, it would. But obviously, so you're covered because of the item specifics.
Yeah.
You definitely need that space between.
I did not notice that.
12.
Yeah.
All right, I just booked us a special.
All right, my next one.
Hang on, I just booked us a special popping guest for Wednesday night's Dirty Business, who's also had success using Macari local.
Oh,
so
good!
Yay!
Good.
So we'll have 2 people who have used it and had success with it.
Well, I had to put this in. It wasn't a huge sale, but anytime I sell music or media or whatever for my son, I have to put it in. This is CCR's guitar music book that I did pay $2 for, Jason. I sold it for best offer of $14.
Nice. Look at that. You're selling music and now you're selling the guitar tab books.
Yeah. So that was good.
Good job, Mom.
All right. The next item I picked up is this Mrs. Fields mousse cookie jar. And I paid $4 for that, everybody. As I've talked about it many times, cookie jars have been selling very well for me. And I did get the full asking price of the $29.99 on my $4 investment. Okay. And this didn't last long.
Yeah, no kidding.
You guys, we were a little bit leery on the pricing because it was pretty dented. And, I showed as much of the dents as I could in my pictures and so forth. It wasn't in the best of shape. I ended up, if you recall, I paid $15 for that. And I took a best offer of $45 because I just thought the dents were so bad that I'm going to let it go. Still made some decent money on it. And, maybe I could have held out for more, but it's pretty dented. So
Michelle says, "Way put in S12." I wouldn't put in S, Michelle, because then people think it's a small.
Small, yeah.
SZ space 12 would be fine, but not just S.
Well, will they recognize an SZ, Jason, in the title?
I don't think most people type the word size, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I do like to use it when the size is a number.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never write size when it's a medium, but if it's a shoe, I put size 9.
Gotcha.
I think it reads better that way.
Okay. All righty. All right, and what do we got next? Okay, yep. Sold my my Gemmy. This is Gemmy. Remember we talked about Gemmy a lot. The blow up pumpkin that I did pay $5 for, and took a best offer of $32 on that. And Mom had a video.
And Dad makes a guest appearance.
Yes. Well, every now and then I need him to help me. There's just no getting around it. But I wanted to start it from scratch. I thought that
I like that idea. I would have never thought to start it from scratch. But
I thought, I like this. I said,
and then the ominous head peeking out from the side there. I like that. It's even
and Dad had to lift him up a little bit, and get him up there.
There you go. Good use of video.
Yeah. So there we are. And maybe that sold it. You never know, guys. But I still have noticed that there are not that many people using videos, Jason. When they, you know, so that's still
that was good. That was good use.
Yeah, so that was good. Okay, now this we've had this for a while. We did pay some serious money for this. We spent $60 on this helmet, Jason. It was new in the box. Oh, thank you, Lynn. And we did take a best offer of 110, so still did pretty good on that. You know, Marissa, it was marked indoor outdoor on that blow up. Yes, indoor outdoor on that one. Okay, so yeah, yeah. I mean, I did spend big bucks, but we made some bucks. You know, sometimes you have to spend big to make it. Like you've said many times. All right, and our next item is a vintage, beautiful Hawaiian dress. Now there I separated the size 14. I didn't think I had my space there. This is a really interesting dress, Jason. I tell you, Mom would have kept it if I could fit into it. It was because it's got a wraparound, you know, crisscrossed around the bust line and tied in the back. So it was different than the usuals. Let's see again. What did I pay for that? I paid $5 for that. Took a best offer of $55 on that particular dress.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Right. And last but not least, the snow globe. No, we got two more. Sorry. Another Jemmy product, you guys. I picked this up at an estate sale for $5. And I did sell it for the full asking price of $25. And did I do a video on this one, Jason?
Well, let's see. Yes, you did.
I did. Okay. Because I wasn't sure. You know, I'm trying to get everyone in now, everybody, because I just think it does helps. Yeah. Oh, Elisa? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it made noise. Yes.
There you go. Good job.
Yeah. And there it is. Okay. This was that PBR Flying V guitar that we picked up for $10. And it was missing a string. So don't you know, Dad happened to pop into our pawn store that's around the corner from us. And he had a bag of new strings. So we included the bag of new strings. And we did take a best offer guide and sold it for $239. And Jason said I should have held out. It was good, but Jason said,
she jumped into the first 15 minutes. I go, let it sit there. Give it 24 hours to marinate. You didn't give any other customers a chance.
I know. I got so excited. Yeah, that's what happens. I get so excited.
The offers don't expire in 5 minutes. They expire
I know.
24, 48 hours. So at least give it a day for everyone else to see it. And maybe someone goes, oh, I think they were $349.
Right. Exactly. You know, so I have to calm myself down when I get into those situations a little bit more.
15 minutes, she took an offer and ran. I'm like, what?
I know. Yeah. So there's the
see? Thank you, Mary. Maybe she won't listen to me. Maybe she'll listen to you too. I said, yeah, 300 easy.
I think you're right, Mary. I think I jumped on that one just a little too quick.
Yes. So look, don't jump quick. You got time. When you list something brand new that's kind of cool, kind of rare, kind of different, let the first 24 hours sit and see what comes of it.
Yeah, just like I did on those lobster warmers. I waited and waited. What the heck's the matter with me? Well, it's bigger money, and I guess I got excited. So I just wanted to show you how Big Daddy packed this one up, you guys. Good use of pool noodles, as you can see. We started out, wrapping those around, all the way, and then he had cardboard, and we started to take cardboard and cut it out so it matched and folded it up and taped it on. So we used the cardboard after that. And as you can see right there where he's starting to score it, Jason, and wrapping it up around the pool noodles for support. And then you can see how the box, the cardboard was wrapped over, and we started taping and taping. Boy, we go through a lot of tape when we do these things. And then, it kept coming and coming. And then we finally put a big piece of cardboard over that before we boxed it. Okay. And then we put, support the knobs and the keys that you turn. So we wanted extra protection there. And then we did shrink wrap it, I think, Jason, even with the tape, we put in that, and there it was. And that guys is almost a 2-hour job. So, when you do sell big things, they do take a while to get put together. Do you have a daily eBay listing goal? No, I don't. Dad and I do this for fun more than anything else, even though we do sell very well. I'm not like Jason that, pushes every day for, a certain goal or a certain dollar amount. Sometimes, like 10 days will go by that I can't list because you have no internet. So there are days that sometimes I won't do anything unless I've sold something that has to be shipped. So ours is not not that I've got to do it. It's not my job to, bring a total income. It was a job that I decided to do to have a little extra money to take vacations. And that just snowballed into all of this. So that's how we do it. Okay. All right. So let's get into haul, because I do have a lot to show you since I won't be with you guys for a couple of weeks. Jason, this is nothing exciting, but for $1, I just can't pass these things up. When
$1 is fine, but yeah, those are awful tiki
I know.
girls.
I mean, they really are. But for $1, and then I thought, well, maybe at my tiki event.
Next time the other girl's over, use that for a bowl drink, and then light the 151 on fire on top of the volcano.
Okay, wait a minute. I think I have to do this. Hold on.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Holy crap.
Isn't this a beauty? Okay, if there's anybody in the chat that wants to know about Peg's 25 cents, here you are. I bought this for $0.25, and this is a good one, Jason. I really like this guy.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to put him up for $20. He's just a good looking man.
That's badass.
Yeah, that's a really cool one, so I thought you'd like that. I happened to run into a sale that had tons of Halloween, so that's what I'm going to show you guys. Some Halloween stuff. Okay, now this is that runs on strictly batteries. Nice. Okay, and it is a fiber optic pumpkin. And I think this is a Jimmy, you guys, as well. And I paid, what did I say, $1? $1 on this one. No, $2. Sorry, everybody, $2 on this. And I will list this for $25. Okay. Nice. On that. Then this is the Trendmasters one that lights up. Okay. And on this one, I paid, where is it? Where's my note? Here it is. Paid $2 for this Trendmaster, and I'm going to list him for $25. Okay. In fact, is that my little ticket? Oh, it just says tested. Okay. All right. Then I picked these up. These are really, really cool. And these were $1 each. Look at these cute witches.
Adorable.
Just statues to decorate with. I know. So Mom's going to list these for $30 a piece. These are really cool. And all my listings, half of them are done, but I wanted to show you guys. That I have been working on.
Lori, you never want to come into my office then, ever.
About the clowns?
She says not a clown fan. Yeah, it's all. And I picked up some new clown stuff this week too.
Okay. Then I picked up this guy with the box. And he's a fiber optic, Jace. I took videos of this earlier today. Can you see that one? And with the light on it, you probably can't really see the fiber optic very well at all. But he was $3, and I'm going to list him for $45, everybody. Okay. All right. More Halloween. I picked this up. Ta-da! I kept mine the last time I found one.
Nice.
Everybody, this is melted popcorn. I paid $3 for him and her. And these are selling between 15 and 20 on the melted popcorn. And is that. Then I have this gal. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I should have taken her out of the box. Came in the box. Oh, and I have the original box for that tall Scarecrow too, Jason.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so the original boxes always help, guys. And we got this gal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she's really cool. Let me see if I can get you. Okay. She does that, or just, without the sound. And I took videos of this too.
Those eyes, those are awesome.
Yeah, so I paid $3 for her, and I'm going to list her for $40. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go to this. All right. Here is. We'll stay with the Halloween. This is a 1983 Barbie costume, Jason.
Holy cow!
Yeah, I paid $3 for this. I don't see this anywhere listed. I'm debating between $30 to $50. I'm not too sure. It's not in bad condition. I mean, all you got is the old mask, and her plastic. The plastic deal here with the stripes in the whole back. So I don't know. I just couldn't find any, so I'm still debating on my price a little bit. I think 30 to 50 probably. I just gotta. If this is a size 2 to 3. It's 29 inches to 34 inches. I mean, somebody will just buy that for being, the collector.
Have you checked Worth Point? Tom wants to know.
Worth Point, I have not, so I will. All right, look at this beauty.
Oh, cool.
Isn't that cool?
You guys find more cool booze stuff.
I know. Isn't
I
it
never find this cool booze stuff.
I know. We did pay $10 for this, but I'm going to list this for around $65. You know, they're getting them. It's not a bank. It's just a salesman sample type thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Of the Royal Crown. So that was cool. I like that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, Johnny, I thought you might. Okay, then we also hits this gal at her sale. Okay, this is that pressed cardboard. Okay, this is an early Mickey and Donald and Donald, and I think we got one of the chipmunks there and a thing. I paid $5 for it. I'm going to list this for $25. And with that goes, where's the other one?
Marisa found an oversized Crown Royal bag that would almost fit that. Two great taste that tastes great together.
Okay, so that one, that one was this one. It was $3, and this is.
Was that Spring Breakers, Aaron?
Okay, all right. So this one is Mickey with his nephews. I think what Mortimer, and I got to look up the nephews' names, and the two nephews, and they're getting ready to take a bath, and they have their rubber ducky. So for $2, I'm going to sell this for around $20. That's what I'm going to put those up for. Okay. All right. Now, your dad cut this deal.
No, not Spring Breakers, but yeah, there was a movie with Barbie mask. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, okay. All right. These are brand new. And they come like this.
Wow, and that says that Barbie mask sold for $159 back in 2012.
Ooh, well, I guess I better up my price then.
John says long Ohio winners equals more booze.
All right, I'm putting that down. Thank you so much. All right, so we bought a whole bag, not a whole bag. We bought 10 of these. They're Molson t-shirts. They were 2 quarters, 50 cents a piece, everybody. So you've got, Molson's Canadian on one side and that. So I'm going to list, they're all extra larges. So that was one of the reasons we decided to buy them. But I think I will list these for around $18.99, starting price with best offer, and then see where I go from there. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I just sold some, but then I just found some.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Like the universe.
I know, $1 a piece. Now, they're different. So I'm going to sell these separately, everybody, because as you can see, this one has the knobs on it if you want to hang things. And this one is just the plain. So for $1 each, I'm going to list them for $30 each. Okay, because I sold my last set for like $65 or something like that.
All right, now Annette says she's giving us bad info. That's it, Annette. You're in the corner.
Uh-oh. You mean I'm not going to make a lot of money?
I think you will, but she thinks it's now a different mask. So.
A little different mask. Okay. All right. Now, remember, as I said, I like bright colors when I buy things. Look at this Moo Jace.
Holy cow.
I know. It's just a long one. Colors are great.
What size is it?
It's big. I know that because it's nice and full. The size is not listed, of course. And the label is made in Hawaii. Remember, everybody, this doesn't mean it was made in Hawaii, sewn. This is the label, the name of the company. So don't get confused.
Well, but it was also made in Hawaii. So
well, it was both ways. Yes. Yeah, and this has this.
Stacy just tuned in. She said, "Darn."
Oh, I'm sorry, Stacy. I love the colors.
Funny, I was thinking for me.
Oh well, maybe.
It's too funny that Stacy and I were both like, I like those colors.
Jason, this is on the back, and I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know.
When you get it on your mannequin, you have to look at it because it'll be easier to kind of understand it and then take pictures. So just hanging from that's sure it's not the front. You sure it's not you tie it in a bow tie?
Well, it's no. This is the back with the label, and that's where the back is. See?
Huh. Yeah, this might be a good one for, as Debbie said, for the black light.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you don't know, some of the old bar cloths in the black light, they glow awesome.
Awesome.
And so that's a selling point, and that's also a buying thing for certain people who collect. They want the ones that glow in the black light.
Right. I picked up this Girl Scout badge sash thingy majiggy with all the badges on it. I did buy for $2, and I'm going to list this for around $22. Everybody. And this is nice. 1919 from the 70s. Okay.
So it's a very short tail.
Yeah. Yes.
Very short tail.
All right. Now, you did say in your thing, what did Peg buy that was big this week?
Huh? Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Of course. Hang on, let me walk off camera.
Not yet. Not yet. Okay.
But she said not yet. That means
not
that's
yet.
Coming.
Okay. We have done very well with our metal.
We're not going to buy big things this year. That's our New Year's resolution.
No. You know what's nice about this one? Now, it did cost us $10, which I thought was very reasonable. It does not have any furniture. But this one, if you can see it, has the Mickey Mouse room. Can you see that?
Yeah. Very cool. That's awesome.
So that adds to the value. So we paid $10, you guys. I'm going to list this probably between $49 and $55. Okay. All right. Now, here is another vintage Barbie item. It's called the Fold and Funhouse. I'm not going to take this out, you guys. I can show you on the picture. I did pay $15 for this. This is 1992.
Wow.
Yeah, and these are selling, Jason, for around $75 or so. So, and it's heavy and it's got all the pieces parts. It's really nice inside, but I will not open that right now. Okay, next big item. I can get to it. But I'm gonna clear her path. All right.
Hi, Lisa.
Okay. Ooh.
Stepping off camera to grab the gigantic breakable lamp.
Yes. Okay.
Holy shit.
This is the Black Swan. Now, this lampshade did not come with it, Jason. We just found this for $1. The lampshade, $1. Can you imagine?
What?
I know. I might just sell the lampshade separately. It's one of those nice vintage ones. You can see it. And because it didn't really go with the lamp, because it should be a little bit longer because you can see the bulbs. I think I'm going to take the lampshade off and probably sell this lampshade for around $30 to $40, everybody, maybe more. There is a name on this, and I forgot it, Jason.
Is it Hager?
Yes, it is. Yes, that's what it is. It's a Hager Black Swan that we did pay $5 for. And I think, what did Dad and I'm sorry, I lost my note. I had it here somewhere, but I lost it. I think we're going to list this maybe around $95 to $125.
Nice.
On this lamp. So that, but shipping that will be, it's heavy, you guys. This is a heavy one. So, and like I say, most of my big stuff is shipped FedEx home or UPS ground. Okay. All right. Last item coming up.
She's walked far away to get the last item.
They're just awkward.
Lori said she would charge more for that lamp, by the way.
Okay, will do.
And Swoop wants to know, define big item versus huge item.
Oh, wait. I got one more back here. I have two things left to show you. Two. Look at this, Jason. This caught my eye right away. I know I love to pick up the metal trash cans.
Oh, wow.
Well, look at the design on this one.
Oh, man, that is super cool.
Isn't that cool? Yeah. It is marked, what's the name on here? J.L. Clark out of Rockford, Illinois. And we did pay $10 for this. And I want to list this baby for $40, $45 just because it's different and it's rare. It's rare, everybody. Okay. All right. Last item.
Well, they're not heavy.
They're not heavy. They're long and awkward. These are Empire blow molds of the candy canes that don't have their light fixtures, but that's okay. People will buy them without the light fixtures, everybody. And Jason, are you ready?
A quarter?
50 cents a piece.
2 quarters.
$1 for the pair. And the candy canes are selling around $45 to $55, everybody. So hopefully we will sell them for around that price.
Blow molds are great for Macari Local, which leads us into next week's show. Don't forget, it is on Wednesday night.
Okay.
And this may be our special pop-in guest for Wednesday, right, Marisa?
Hey, good.
Yeah,
that's what you know, Marissa. I will.
Yeah, so Wednesday night, if you're not on Macari, get on Macari. And if you haven't used local pickup, I've put everything I've listed the last 2 weeks on local. No one's taken me up on it, but I've given it the option. So it's a cool new way. And so anytime there's a new way to sell that might bring you the customer that wouldn't come any other way, you should definitely check it out, especially if you live someplace populated, because with the local, you'll definitely have more options. You know, if you live in a corner of, let's say, the woods of Newberry, you're not going to have as many customers potentially as I would have living in the heart of Henderson, right next door to Vegas.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, and I do have some more things, but I will save them for down the road.
All right. Do you know anything about Sandra Lee's caroling kids?
I do not. Send me a picture, Lisa. Let me take a look at them. Okay.
All right, everybody. So don't forget, Wednesday night, Thrifty Business. Please don't show up on Thursday, because if you did, you've already missed it. You also could watch a replay, but we love having you guys live in the chat. That's always fun. Great to answer and ask questions. And I love watching the chat. Thank you all. Thank you all for always tuning in live every week. Yes. And we do appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. And if you're new, every once in a while I see some new names pop in here. Make sure you subscribe and click that bell. Let you know when we're going live, when I put up videos. Like I said, I'm explaining how to fix mistakes this week. You shouldn't almost never, you should ever cancel an order. You can go find it and get it to your customer. So I will show you how to do that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Keep everyone happy.
Before we sign off real quick, I have a quick question. When you were talking last week on Ask Jason Anything, what if you have a situation where you have listed an item for local pickup only and they buy it, but in the notes I say, you know, we'll ship if you need to, and shipping to be determined. But what if they come along and buy it? It's like, say I have something listed for 100 local pickup, but they want it shipped. How do I go about that?
Yeah, you'll have to get their email and send them a PayPal invoice.
A PayPal invoice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That was one of my other questions, and I meant to ask you. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And there we go. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you on Wednesday night. So for selling past your expiration date, being thrifty or 50, I'm Jay.
I'm Peg, and I guess we'll see you in 3 weeks.
And we're gone. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.